Okay, I think we have things turned on. Things are going, things are happening. This is the Devil's Panties live stream. It's it's October, what do you think, 29th? Does it feel like a 29th? It feels like a 29th. It's October 29th, 2014, and this is the Devil's Panties. My name's Jennie Breeden. I'm going to be drawing a comic for you this evening. And thank you for bearing with me. We started a little bit later than we meant to. You know, you can press buttons all you want, but it's just a certain kind of refresh that technology enjoys. Okay, let me pull up the comment section. So we have, I want to separate the comment section. Hide chat, change chat. That's just not going to happen. So there's a comment section on YouTube, and I'm going to read through those comments to see if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns. And I also have Twitter. Facebook? No, not Facebook's harder for me to get a hold of. But if you have any questions on Twitter that you can't use YouTube, then if you at Jennie Breeden, JennieBreeden, then I'll try to answer any questions or comments or concerns there. Okay, awesome. Aurora is here, and Edward is here. Fantastic. And Metal Angel. Let's see. Do we have people? I think we have 3 people watching. It's awesome. I am not going to watch a loop of myself on YouTube, because that way lies madness. Okay. We're going to do a lag test. Check. Send. All right. So I've got a treat. Obi came up with a Jesus comic. Well, he said I should do this comic, and then I did a comic with Jesus, or I came up with an idea for Jesus. So we're going to go from beginning to end of tomorrow's comic, and I'm going to leave out the text, and so you have no spoilers. So we're going to see how this goes. Let's see. Oh, hey Corey, hey Ristro44. Every once in a while, somebody comes on who is somebody I actually know. We're going to do a lag. To pay attention, because sometimes I just blather and then I don't pay attention that it's. All right, a neighbor or I've got sister's mother-in-law. Obi came up with a Jesus comic. Okay. Well, he said I should do this comic, and then I did a comic with Jesus, or I came up with an idea for Jesus. So we're going to go from beginning to end of tomorrow's comic. I'm going to leave out the text, and so you have no spoilers. Folder. So we're going to see how this goes. So we're going to go to comics. Oh, hey, right now I have Ristro44. Every once in a while, somebody comes on section. I wonder how many comics I have. Somebody I actually know. We're going to do a the lag. One? That's the pay first attention, because sometimes I just blather and then I don't pay attention. Yes. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to see what sister's comics I have later on. Obi came up with Jesus comic. Way more than 200. Well, he said I should do this comic, and then I did a comic. So I go to my template. Totally. So I go from beginning to end of. So we have I'm going to leave out the text, so you have no spoilers. And usually I open up. So we're going to see how this goes. Photoshop. So we're going to go to comics for it, because right now I have text. And manga studios won't automatically comics on section. I wonder how many comics somebody I actually know. We're going to do a lag will start. Pay attention, because sometimes I just blather and then I don't pay attention to the paper. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch over to here so I can show you the progression. So I ended up being lazy, like you do, and so I printed off sheets of paper that have already done. Oh, I have a question from the audience. I've already done panels. Come in. Twist it harder. There you go. I'm playing the video in the background? How am I playing the video in the background? Sorry. Well, that sounds horrific. Alright, well, I'm just going to have to close this. Now how am I going to see The chat area. Mr. Honeybuns, how do I see? Pause it? Pause what? Oh, pause the video. I am a special snowflake. I'm 12 different kinds of special snowflake. We will get back to the tutorial in one moment while I go find a link that I've posted somewhere so I can find myself again. How I have gotten as far as I have with the absolute Luddite that I am, every once in a while I'll see a video of, or I'll see somebody post, could you survive without technology, without your cell phone and the internet and everything for a month or 3 months? And yeah, I would survive really well. Okay. My apologies, everybody. Now there should be a way that I can pull the chat area out and just look at the chat. I know there's a button. I know the button exists. Hide chat? No. I had found the button at one point. Can I open chat in another window? Show page source. Say open in dashboards. I don't think I want to do that. Maybe? Oh, no. I just really don't want to do that. Anyway, all right. Sorry, everybody. Is it working now? Oh, 3 Jennies. That sounds horrific, actually. Let's. Oh, Obi says I can do the dialogue. Okay, we're gonna start over. Can I press reset and start over? Okay. You try to hear. I don't know, but Lar's here. And Cowgirl Jim just sounds awesome. Lar, I don't know how you do this every Friday. You do this like every Friday? You must have your shtick down, because it takes us like a half hour to get the sound set up and the lighting set up, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sweating through my sweater. It's really gross. Okay. And then making sure that you read all the comment sections, and so we're gonna do a comic. We're gonna start from the beginning. I have my handy dandy piece of paper. Oh, I left all my notes in the other room. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to skip back to, I was going to show you the comic stick figures that I then sketch, and then I scan it in. Okay, so here's the stick figure. Here's one panel of the stick figure for today's, posted today's comic. And then there's the beginning. There's the beginning. Then the sketches. And then I scan it in and I ink it on the computer. So, Laura says I'm doing fine. Laura is the biggest, sweetest, talentedest. Oh my God. Once he's done with his drawing work, he goes online and he does live drawings of amazing, amazing stuff. And I am about to kill myself with my own boom mic, microphone impaled in the noggin. I don't think I'd notice much. Every once in a while, I'm like, I don't notice. If I had a stroke, would I notice? Okay. So the audio here. Let's see, the text. I'm going to grab this and do text, and then I'm going to put this over here and organize. Okay. So we got Jesus and the devil. Obi says that I can do text, so I'm going to do text, and then I'm going to hide it. Because This is going to be special. I'm going to open this up in Photoshop because the text in Manga Studios hasn't quite achieved stability. Okay, navigate away from the text. There we go. Do not save. Open this in Photoshop. And I'm just going to cut and paste my dialogue from Evernote. Pardon me. Little Thor. Little Thor says hi. And the thing is, when I think Little Thor, I think Photonome from Atlanta. Oh, gracious. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to cut and paste. Stop, stop, stop. Change all of this. Alright, copy. Really, I know I'm a professional. Alright, so we have Jesus, who's really excited about, oh, that's too much text. Let's make this a smaller, so I used, Obi found me a you write your own font. And I did a couple of different kinds of fonts. So this is still my writing, but I used a much smaller, tighter font width. Gracious, that's a lot of text. I might have to adjust that later. Okay, we are going to play with the text later on, but I'm going to flatten this, and so I can move it around. Do this over here, that there. So how you guys doing tonight? So are you doing any costumes? Oh man, for Halloween, I have gotten a friend of mine. I have invited myself to my friend's house in Seattle so that, because she has children, and really, it's hard to enjoy the trick-or-treating without having children because they look at you funny when you go trick-or-treating when you're 35. Okay, Little Thor says hi. Thor is my son. He just had his 2nd birthday. Well done. Oh my god. So is he done, Aurora, is he done teething? Because I had a friend, no, I had a sister. My sister's kid was like 2 months old, and he started teething and was fussy and angry and bitter. And then my friend Gina has a 2-year-old who is still teething, and he's fussy and angry and miserable, or a 1-year-old maybe. Okay, this is Jesus, and he's really excited. He's really excited. Okay, Jesus is kind of modeled after my older brother. He's just real kind of dirt, you know. He works outside and does welding and stuff, and so he's rather rugged. That's Jesus. That's Obi's hairline. Okay, Jesus's hairline. How did I? Ah, yeah, straight hair. Not drawing Obi. He has a bigger beard. I think last November when they did No Shave November, if Obi goes out, he'll trim, but if he doesn't trim. He got bushy at one point. And I gotta draw Jesus's peace symbol that he always wears. Okay. Oh, so apparently Thor is cutting his last tooth. And then they start losing their baby teeth. It's just, it's a constant maintenance. Okay, so now I have Jesus looking happy. Yeah, Jesus looking happy, and Devil on the park bench. I don't know why Jesus and Devil are always on a park bench. You think maybe they go out for drinks? No, Jesus is more of a... I can't see himself buying himself a drink. Let's see. I'm gonna go poke this a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Rearrange some of that. So the last time that Obi and I went through the airport, I always opt for a pat down because I had heard somewhere that that not all of in the beginning with the scanners, it was mostly a guy who had his buddy had the company, and they weren't necessarily all tested as well as they should have. And whenever you have something new, it takes a while before you realize, oh yeah, we've been giving everybody cancer. And I don't think they're as efficient as some of everything else. So I just go ahead for the pat down. And so that pulls me out of line. And so Obi had gotten separated from me at one point, and I kept trying to keep him in sight because one of these days he's just going to be asked to be taken to a back room, and I'm never going to see him again. So I hold hands with him a lot in the checkpoint line, just so he's not non-white male traveling by himself. Let's see. Devil looking smarmy. Now I just have to get the stoners out to vote. Okay. Jesus, devil looking very pleased with himself. The devil to me always seems like an Italian. Well dressed. He's got the gold chain. He's got a cross on a gold chain. I haven't really asked him about that. Kind of like to think that him and the big guy are still friends, even though the devil gives him shit. Wait, swing set. Wait, I have to catch up on this. Coffee shop, swing set. Yeah, Jesus makes his own teeter-totter. Teeter-totter. Is the devil vain enough to not want to get on the teeter-totter because he might weigh more than Jesus? I feel like the devil has a little bit of bitch in him. Who is this person? This is not the devil. His bone structure is all off. There we go. We're getting closer. I think his forehead needs to be higher. Oh, I forgot horns. That's what it is. I was doing a self-portrait at one point for a painting class in college, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And I brought it out into the living room with all my housemates, and I was like, okay, I can't figure out what's wrong with this self-portrait. I've been working on it for like 12 hours. And my housemates go, you forgot to paint a nose onto your face. Oh, that's what it is. You don't always notice. I'd say the little things, no. Sometimes you don't notice the nose on your face or the glasses. The times that I've been looking for my glasses, and they're on my face. I can't seem to get the placement of this. Here, there we go. Good, I'm drawing on the pencil layer. Yeah. Does he have a, I think he does have a mustache. I think I gave him just a little pencil mustache. Dang it, did I give the devil a mustache? So Laura apparently has gotten my coloring book for sketches, and I remember one time somebody brought back the coloring book to show me. And I remember being traumatized. I don't remember what he had drawn, but I just remember being traumatized. And of course, the devil smokes cigarettes. Oh, my poor computer. It's, the fan is just blowing for all she's worth. Because, man, this video program is working my poor little computer. It's trying. I never understood if, it's like, but desktops are bigger, therefore they're more powerful than a laptop, right? Gotta get the devil's forearms, because forearms, very attractive. I learned the birds and the bees from Heavy Metal magazine, and there was a little short story in there about a girl on a bus and looking at the guy next to her, looking at his forearms. And she was talking about how, you know, a guy with big feet, guy with big forearms. Well, they are not on the same bench. Oh, and he should have a ponytail. There we go. We're slowly getting there. This is why I try to do the pencils not live for everyone to see. This is going to be a lot more redos than I usually do. Dang it, there's conversation. Let's see. Mostly because they asked Somer come up with the concept. Yeah. Writer and artist, very, very rarely do you get one person who can write and draw. And an artist, what is it? You buy the first comic because of the art. You buy the third comic because of the writing. So you can put up with bad art if there's a good writer, but it's harder to put up with bad writing and a good artist. So Somer and Lar get the best of both worlds. Awesome writing and awesome artist. Park bench, I really should have done swing set. I could still do swing set. Oh, I didn't draw that right. I'll just move that up. Devil is definitely metrosexual. And I don't quite know how this perspective works. Devil's all up in his shit. And of course now I have to stop to read what? Big forehead, suddenly Popeye. New volumes. Ah, big forehead. Big forearms. Yes, forearms. Why did I read forehead? Forearms. What was it? I saw on Facebook, oh my god, that, okay, how do I keep this PG? Hold on, I gotta make sure this reaction shot. They say that male sperm aren't as strong swimmers as female sperm. And so you need to start them off closer to the finish line. Therefore, if somebody has a lot of males in the family, then the father is able to give his little runners more of a head start. And then, let's see, left hand. Shit, the thumb is on the wrong side, I think. And then they showed a picture of Harry Potter, the redhead family, with all the Weasleys, I think it is. And they're all males except the one daughter, the youngest daughter. Okay, so if the devil's using his right hand for a smoke, well, crap. I have all the fingers wrong. Alright. Box for the hand. Zoom this up a little bit. Box for the hand. This is how I lost $100 to my mom. Because she was going to pay us $100 if we didn't smoke anything before we were 18. And I had found a pre-wrapped cigar in the movie theater that I worked at. And I wanted to get a drawing of a woman lighting a cigarette. And I wanted to get the hand position right, and I used a reference of myself lighting this cigarette, or this cigar. Therefore, I lost the $100 to my mom for not smoking anything. And you could say I should just lie to my mom and tell her that I didn't smoke anything. I still told her because I suck at lying. Yeah, that would, well, be, man, fuck it. He's just going to have his fingers on his nose. I don't know how people can draw and be entertaining on camera in front of everyone and still draw well. This, for me, is a little janky. Okay, this is the panel. This is the beat. This is when the devil is letting his jibe, his barb, sink in with Jesus. And I've got to get the illustration of Jesus' realization, his impending doom. And then my clone will be reading the comments section. I go to a coffee shop and I was working on one of the comics, and the stick figure was perfect. And that frustration that you got the exact facial expression that you want on the smiley face. And you can't always reproduce it when you switch over to full detail. And at least now, if the figures don't match up on the park bench, I can move them individually. Whereas before, you just had white out and an eraser and do it again. You know, out of context, Randy's really totally getting one. Randy's definitely getting one. And I have, God, what was the... Oh, the book Only Begotten Daughter was the story of basically God's daughter that was born to a lighthouse keeper. And she goes to hell and she hangs out with Jesus for a little while. And they describe in the book, Jesus, you know, when he talks, he uses his hands a lot. And every once in a while, when he gets really animated, you'll hear a whistling noise from the air going through the stigmata. And I liked that aspect of the book. And so I always have Jesus has his stigmatas. I'm going to hell. A certain kind of hell, I don't know. Tomato, tomato. All the most interesting people are there. God, I am not good at crossed legs. And I should have a different angle. I've pretty much got the same camera angle for the second panel as the third panel. And I should change it a little bit, but I really wanted to try to get that beat, that moment. And then I'll have a close-up for this one. And save. Diversification. What's entertaining if I'm distracted? What are you talking about? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, Thor has gone to bed. Oh, shit, I forgot. 2-year-old. Mommy, what's a clitoris? Let's see. The devil's looking more and more like an elf. And that's really just not... Oh, I keep forgetting his horns. Dang it. So then, we're going to watch Rushmore later. It's going to be awesome. I need to get popcorn. All right, we need an invention where you can take... Okay, maybe we don't need this invention. Kernels, and put them in a paper bag and put them in the microwave, and it pops, and you don't have to buy the microwavable popcorn. But the whole point of the microwavable popcorn is that it's already buttered. So you know what? I retract this comment. Sorry, got to think about layout. Do I want just a close-up? I should just do a side angle. I need to diversify just instead of just the head-on. Placement of mouth. Because I kind of want his jaw jutted forward in consternation. I use the same facial structure for Jesus and the devil because I think that, you know, they both got the same dad. They got an older and younger brother thing going on. Historically, no. So I've been listening to Christopher Moore, who is an amazing writer. I had totally gotten into his Bite Me books, which I think there's like 3 of them. And they're vampires, and I'm a sucker for vampires. They're awesome. And now I've gotten into his Fool books. He has these 2 books that I know of that are Satan Smiling. That's creepy. So the first one was The Serpent of Venice. The first one that I listened to, book on tape, was The Serpent of Venice, and I'm kind of going backwards. The first one was just, I think, called The Fool. And facial structure, horns. So this one, which is The Fool, follows a jester fool around during King Lear. And it's kind of like, it's awesome. Sort of like fanfic, but the Fool character is phenomenal. Maybe his eyes are open because it's less glee and more just bastard satisfaction. Maybe eyebrows down. And then Serpent of Venice is Othello. Kind of follows, Othello shows up, and some of the scenes from Othello is in it, but it's mostly this Fool character. So it's fantastic. And he just has a wonderful way of writing. In The Fool, the phrase that they use a lot is fuck stockings. And in the Bite Me books that are modern day vampires, they use fuck socks. And that is my new phrase, fuck socks. I don't know if the comment section has stagnated. Oh, test. I don't even know what happened there. Error. Try again. Okay, well, looks like that's why it has poked it back into being. Good Eats homemade microwave. I did the homemade microwave popcorn thing. Ooh, and then Happy Goth, I friggin' did a comic about it. Happy Goth showed me you put a little bit of water and kernels in a glass bowl, in a microwave safe bowl, and you microwave it. And then she put salt and sesame oil on it, and it was fantastic. So we don't have a microwave. I kind of, the only thing that it's frustrating, because I found that pork buns are amazing when you actually steam them and not microwave them. But I'm a little bit frustrated because you can't reheat your coffee very well. You got to put it on the stove. I want a bigger brush so I can get more versatile line for the... I'm going to change this anyway. I don't know why I'm doing it. Word balloon. I'm probably going to change the text. I need to add more bold. It used to drive me batty in the comics. They would do recaps and then every other word was bolded. And so it just sounded like they were having an aneurysm or something. Okay. Fill this and kind of fuck it. There we go. We're going to take that off. Yeah, maybe I'm going to leave this. I take out the word balloon so that it doesn't distract me from inking. Like here, the word balloon would come close to running into Satan's head. That's a line. All right, inking. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Save. Fuck stockings. And, oh God, it's so beautifully descriptive. So the Fool doesn't give a shit. And so you have all of the nobility. You have the lords and the king and the king's bastard. And the Fool doesn't care. And he reams everybody out. And he's horrifically crass. So yeah, you should totally check it out. Christopher Moore. Okay. Drawing. I was in middle school when Saturday Night Live did a skit of, "Hello, my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings. I like to draw all the time, so come and do drawings with me." Well, I like to draw a lot in middle school. I started drawing in, like, elementary school. And so this one kid, Chris something. He was the, class clown. He would start singing it at me. "Hello, my name is Jennie, and I like to do drawings." Gotta have that Jewish nose on Jesus. Traditional. And so I ran into Chris, like 10 years later, at the skating rink. I go up to him. I also, mind you, I got a hold of a pair of Timberlands in 1993. Nobody had Timberlands in 1993. Hippies had Timberlands in 1993. And these boots, they were amazing. You could run on ice in these things. And I wore them, and I got teased the crap out of. Everyone was like, oh my god, you're a lumberjack. And then fucking rappers started wearing them, and everybody else started wearing Timberlands, and I was like, you bastards. Whatever happened to that whole lumberjack shit? So yeah, Chris used to also do the lumberjack teasing. He's got the mutton chops that go up here. I don't know how I'm doing this beard. So I run into Chris at the skating rink years later. I go up to him and I'm like, oh my god, you're Chris. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I went to middle school with you. And he was like, oh. And I was like, you made my life a living hell. And he was like, oh. So I got to point out to the class clown that he was kind of a bully. Ta-da, the end. And we had Buffy Thacker, who was actually kind of a badass. She played a sport or something. And we had the same year as the Timberlands and the Hello, My Name is Simon. Jennifer Bobbitt. Cheerleader, blonde. And then the thing happened in Manassas. And for a full year, she couldn't even look at a guy without them going, oh my god, watch out, she's gonna cut your dick off. So that was annoying. I don't think I have these robes right. His head is huge! Alright, I might go back and fix that. Probably not. Obi said it's everything I wanted. Have to sound amazing in, ooh, German. Ficken Stumpf. Stumpf? Am I missing letters? I have a very small screen. I mean, a window open. Stumpf. Excellent. The only thing I can remember German is Frodenschreud. Frodenschreid? It's a good word. It's a good word. It is enjoying the suffering, enjoying somebody else's misery, somebody else's suffering. I think I'm giving Jesus Obi eyebrows. Okay, hooked nose, hooked nose. There we go. Okay, Jesus hasn't picked up on the repercussions of what it's going to take to get this law passed. So he's got this vapid look on his face. Hasn't quite sunk in yet. Okay, and then, oh god, so freaking Halloween is coming up, and I have a closet that has the makings of a pirate outfit or princess outfit. I've got a long red Renaissance dress. I think that's about it for the princess outfit. Or my orc costume, which is prosthetics and green makeup and tusks and red hairspray. And I'm going to drive 3 hours to Seattle and spend the day trick-or-treating or whatever with children. So I think of those, the pirate outfit might be the most comfortable. Princess might be comfortable. Jesus has terrible posture, but lovely locks. And I think that the devil plucks his eyebrows. And maybe he's gotten a nose job. They have the same bone structure, probably not the same mom. Yeah, I think the devil is less Jewish. More Catholic. Pirate Princess. I could do Pirate Princess. What's Obi talking about Comcast over here? Ah. Ooh. Frozen for some people. Sorry about that. Wait, see, now I'm just messing around with... Okay. There we go. We've got a better devil bone structure going on here. I don't draw these guys often enough, and so sometimes I forget what they look like. I think at one point I forgot to draw the devil's goatee. Got some sideburns, maybe. I keep not deciding on whether or not he has pointed ears. Very shiny. Well, let's see. Oh wait, is Laura, when do you do live stream? Am I double booking? I might be double booking. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Really, focus. All right, focus. So yes, I think Princess Pirate might be it, even though I have so much fun with my orc. But man, I don't think I want to drive 3 hours there and 3 hours back, covered in green body paint and maybe prosthetics. Not the best idea. So then this one time. Okay, so this other book that I was listening to, which they have a second book. I've got an Audibles account because, oh my god, books on tape. I did LibriVox's free recordings, and they do like Pride and Prejudice, and Tarzan is amazing. Oh my god, go to LibriVox and get, there's all of the Tarzan books, and it's, wow, there is so much more than anybody has done any of the movies about. Why they haven't done, I think they did a TV show way back when. But oh my god, so Tarzan has taught himself how to read. You know, his parents get shipwrecked. They have books and they've made a house and everything, but they end up getting eaten by a tiger. And he grows up with the gorillas or the monkeys. And he finds the shack and the books, and he teaches himself to read. So when Jane and everybody shows up, they just see, you know, he can't talk. I mean, he doesn't understand language, but he can write. And so he'll leave these incredibly eloquent letters for everybody, for them. And he leaves these love letters and everything for Jane. And everyone, they're like, oh, okay, there's some guy on the island, and also the savage. And they don't know that it's the savage that's leaving these letters. It is awesome. So at one point, one of the soldiers, the French soldiers, gets kidnapped, and Tarzan has to go save him. And while he's off saving the soldier, Jane and everybody leaves. Like the boat shows up or something, and they leave. And so Tarzan is like, okay, you need to teach me language, and so I can talk to Jane because I'm in love. And so the Frenchman is like, well, it's easier to just teach you French. And so unbeknownst to Tarzan, he thinks he's learning Jane's language, but the Frenchman is teaching him French. So when they come upon a ship and they get picked up, Tarzan finds out that he hasn't been learning English, which is what Jane speaks. He's been learning French. So now he has to relearn another language, and he learns English, but he has a French accent. And so when he finally shows up to Jane, who's in Boston, I kept thinking they were all very British, and I think they are British, but it ends up being set in the US. And so they're in Boston, and he's actually a lord. You know, he tracks down his parents' title, so he shows up as a lord who's everyone thinks is French. And there's a ton. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. That's like the first book or something. So I totally recommend that you go to LibriVox and you find, because I use books on tape for when I'm drawing. Let me see if I can get Jesus's butt on the same bench, park bench. And I listened to Pride and Prejudice on there, and I got Moby Dick. It was really hard. I think I got Queequeg and the bread. They hadn't gotten, I think they were getting into church. They were doing something with church. I hadn't gotten to the ship yet in Moby Dick. And they lost me. I couldn't stay with it. And Zorro, I had rented out from the library. Zorro, the books are again completely different. It starts off with Zorro's parents, and his mom was like a pirate or something. That's another something you thought, you know, everyone's used the story. You thought you knew the story, and then you come across the original, and it's complete. You know, there's so much more to it. Okay, Lar does. Okay, good. Lar does his live stream on Friday evenings, and we actually, I was shooting for Thursday, so we didn't run into Lar's live stream because his live streams are awesome, and I am not following my pencils. I'm just kind of freehanding here. I need to learn how to draw hands better. Let's see. His sleeve is kind of weird, and they're just knocking knees right now. I think they're just, I don't quite know what's going on this bench. I'm just making some shit up. Jesus wears really nice, shiny Italian boots, shoes, oh, pointy shoes. Let's see. Just imagine if you were pulled over wearing the orc costume. Moby Dick, the book with an entire chapter on the color white. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I had to read through the comments. I have a question for you guys. So we've got Patreon and we've got bonus booty, and for the bonus booty I do a lot of, you know, the comics that weren't fully drawn and the audio recordings. What would you guys want to see? You know, it's all pay to view type stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what's worth, you know, what would be things that people would be interested in that would make it worth it, because I feel bad if people have paid for a subscription and I'm not providing them with worthwhile material. I've been posting the pictures of the reference material and videos. God, Jesus, Devil has a really bony butt. He should have a much better ass than this. Hold on, I gotta give him a little bit more chunk in his trunk. Maybe? That's a little better. Okay. And Jesus in sandals. Okay. I believe there is quite a bit of lag. Probably on my end. Okay. Da, 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 da. 7 o'clock. Did we start at 6? We started at 6:08-ish. Okay. So I have 2 more panels to ink. And then I'm going to do the woodland background. So I need to relearn how to draw those kind of wooded skyline type of thing. Because the trees in Oregon are different. They're much like featherier. They're more of a jagged edge than a fluffy. Seems like the trees in Virginia and Georgia are fluffier than the pointy trees. More pines in Oregon. And save all the time, making sure I'm on my ink layer. Because man, it sucks when I get halfway through the inking and it turns out I'm inking on top of the pencils. You're fucked. Hook nose. Being racist. There we go. I actually don't care about pot. Could take it or leave it. Actually, could leave it. Would rather leave it. Booze just makes me sleepy. Pot just makes me sleepy, and inhaling smoke. The last time I tried it, I inhaled one of the ember type of things, and for about like 2 weeks, my lungs were kind of singed, burned, hurt like a So yeah, I'd rather not. I like the smell. So when we're walking down the street in Seattle, every once in a while I'll just stop and be like, I'm going to stand here for a minute because this smells lovely. But coffee also smells good. And cigars. Oh, I love the smell of cigars. But if we could legalize pot, we would get so many taxes out of it. I was just talking to friends the other day. I want to have a checklist of what I want my taxes to go to. I want my taxes to go to medical and psychological for military. I don't want taxes to go towards the giant ships that they have in the ocean that we don't need as many as we have there. I desperately want my tax dollars to go to education and schools and science and Medicare. Oh my God, I want. But so yeah, we should totally legalize pot, and so we can get the taxes from it. And friggin', we really don't need that many people in jail for having pot, because it makes you drive slower. Anyway, the end. Let's see. Sorry, I try to read through the... Laura, I have no idea how you can draw and read. I think you just read faster than me. It does not help that I read slowly. I had to... In 5th grade, I got glasses so I could read the chalkboard. And I didn't ever really wear my glasses until I was 26. And my vision started getting so bad that I couldn't read the street signs fast enough before they passed me by, because they had to get close enough for me to see what they were saying. And then at conventions, I'd get myself in trouble because I would be staring at somebody trying to make out their face to see if I knew them, and I'd be staring at them for a little bit too long until they got close enough that I could I could see their face. So I got glasses when I was 26. And I forget why I'm telling this story. I think maybe it's how fast I read, which is not fast at all. In school, I would go up to the teacher at the beginning of each year and I'd say, hey, I have a learning disability. I just need a little bit more time on the tests. If there's, reading, I just read slower. And I have trouble remembering names and dates. And if you could give me a list of all the names and dates for tests, I don't want a list of the right ones or anything. It's just if I see it, I'll know it. And I had one professor in college in 20th century art class who said, no, but I'll give you a little bit of time before the test. You put away all of your books and everything, and then you can write down your own list. So I spent all of 20th century art class just memorizing a list of names and dates. And I'd have to make up a story to try to get the whole list written down. And if I missed one of them, it would mess up the list that I had put together to match up the names and the dates. And that was the only class I got a C in college. It's holy crap. Anyway, so I read slowly. Oh, this does not look like Satan. Who are you? I had 2 comics that were done for Friday and Saturday. They had to do with bacon and burritos. Now one of them will just have to wait until later. I have to wait until this weekend, and then I have a ton of comics about Dragon Con and kilt blowing. And they're all penciled out. I just need to wait until after this weekend to see if there was any comics about, wait to see if anything happens for Halloween. Yeah, except you're not... Satan needs more of a forehead. Let's see. Moby Dick sounds a bit like reading Les Miserables. Man, Victor, Hugo. Yeah, editors. Oh, Law, racist in the name of the Lord, which was, most of the history of religion. You are savages because you haven't found Jesus. Well, you found Jesus, but you're still savages. Anyway, okay, change of topic. The peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. Discuss. What was it? There's this wonderful, and I'm going to get it all wrong. Intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit and not a vegetable. And common sense is knowing not to put a tomato into a fruit salad. And charisma is convincing people that the tomato fruit salad is awesome. I think that's what the quote is. I have probably botched it up. So in middle school, I was known for getting quotes wrong. And so the quote, and then I get the misquote wrong. The quote was, my name is Don Juan, you waxed my pop, prepare to get beat up really, really bad. And then I would get that quote wrong. I would say, my name is Juan Don, you waxed my pop, prepare to get beat up really, really bad. And they called me red because my face would turn really red really easily. After gym class, people would be like, are you okay? Because I turned very red when exerting. And also when blushing, and I would blush really easily. And so they would just yell penis at me and I'd turn bright red. This does not look like a very good crossed legs. I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, things are going downhill in the chat room. Why can't you just... Satan, we do, you know, you're above all of that. You're above what people think of you. Although it's very, very Loki. The brother, the little brother that just wants acceptance. Although I think Satan's the older brother who has moved on. I have no idea what I'm doing. The more you learn about your chosen field, the more you learn you know nothing. Yay for sitting in a room talking to yourself. Woohoo! Now, I totally stole the quote from the internet. Facebook, I don't know. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but I finally watched Fight Club for the second time. And it's interesting to watch for the second time just so you can try to wrap your brain around some of the concepts. No spoiling it for anybody. Oh my god, when they came out with Psycho, they did the remake, and the one guy was getting interviewed, and I didn't know what the punchline was to Psycho, and the actor gives away the punchline, and the interviewer goes, spoiler, and the actor is like, really? Really? Nobody's gonna... Everybody's seen the movie, and if they haven't seen it yet, then it's their own damn fault, because the movie's like from the 50s or something. So there's always somebody who hasn't seen a movie. I majored in comic books, and a friend of mine, we found out that she had never seen Star Wars before. And so we sat her down and we made her watch the entire friggin' thing, because we had never met anybody who hadn't seen Star Wars before. I can't remember what her reaction was. Mostly her reaction was, my ass has fallen asleep. I really like the story of a prince who... Venice or something. And the sunsets are the most gorgeous sunsets ever, and everyone knows that the sunsets are gorgeous in Venice. And so, ooh, how did I draw Satan like that? He just looks messed up in that picture. So he wants to find somebody who has never seen one of these sunsets to get their opinion on it. And so he finally finds this old man in a village who makes, the rope for the village. And he brings him to Venice, and he sits him down, and he shows him one of the sunsets. And he asks the man, so what did you think of the sunset? And the man goes, he's been looking at the boats the whole time. And the old man is looking at all the rigging on the boats, going, just look at all of that rope. That's amazing. Just because you were paying attention to something doesn't mean anybody else is. The end. I forget why I got on that subject. To have his jaw jutted forward, that consternated crap look on his face. The difference between Jesus' beard and my husband's beard is that Jesus, I think, shaves lower down, and then he's got all of the fluff at the bottom. I think I gave him too much fluff this time. He's got a very Santa Claus beard. Oh, hi Baron. I'm drawing Jesus and Satan. It's the comic for tomorrow. Let's see. Kumquats. I finally saw kumquats. They were very disappointing. They look like limes. I don't know if I've had a kumquat before. I mean, I haven't as far as I know. Baron says, I learned that a guy named Creepy is a very nice guy. Why was he named Creepy? we were watching the Dragon Con costume contest, and in the kids competition there was a little tiny Aang, little older than toddler, in a stroller, and the stroller was made up to be Appa, and her name was Nicole Tesla Smith. I have no idea what her last name was. I just made up the Smith part. But awesome names. Moses Beard, respecting his elders. And we'll have all of the beards and the speedboats. Oh, I botched that Eddie Izzard quote to no end. He's got a pencil mustache. I feel like Satan would look a little bit more pleased with himself for this. Biggest chin ever. Might have to go back and tweak this once I'm done. Once nobody's watching me. One point, I felt weird about turning music on because I am recasting this or something. So, legality. Wow, those horns are just not... And then we also have... Well, this is the prototype. She's shiny. So we're halfway for the Kickstarter for the Pretty Princess. And we've got like 20 days or something to get the other half. And we had some bonus... We have a crap ton of stretch goals, and I just don't think we're going to make it. We had a bunch of stuff in the stretch goals having to do with things that go on your head that it might... Yeah, I'm good. Oh. And I don't think we're going to get to it, the stretch goals. But we shall see. A lot can happen in 20 days. Oh, and I've been working on book 8. It's only, what month is this? 10 months late. Every year I'm like, I'm going to get a head start on the next one. Big fuck off beard. And that just doesn't happen. I'm going to get a head start on my taxes. Yeah. I still have to work on that. Devil would look so hot with his hair down. Oh, my fictional characters. Alright. Okay. I think we're good. Ta-da! Take away the pencil so I can see what I'm doing. Add a little bit of texture. Give me a marker. There we go. Creepy is from that long-haired creepy guy. Aw, Aurora. Oh, so, at our new place, we have a fireplace. And I need to call the front desk and be like, hey, you guys clean this, right? Because, fire, and we're in an apartment. And so I need to go to the grocery store and see if I can pick up some wood, which is weird because I grew up in the woods and we would send my brothers out to chop a pile of wood. So the concept of going and buying firewood is very bizarre. That's a good Jesus. He needs another neckline. There we go. Robe, Adam's apple, little bit of hair. Alright, I need to move on. Oh, definitely a little bit of hair. There we go. Oh, the machismo. The machismo. Another marker. I think we're good. Maybe shade in some of the horns. Oh, his leg is just not, I need to fix that. I'm gonna go back and fix that. I think I was trying foreshortening or something. That did not work out well. Let me point out everything that's wrong with this. Which is what you're not supposed to do. You never apologize for your work. You're like, this is brilliant. It's the best thing ever. You love it. It sucks. Yeah, Jesus came out pretty well. Grass. You put your weed in there. Oh, Saturday Night Live. Such as mango. Can you say rainbow? Stop being a rainbow. No. Such as mango. This is the shit that my brain retains, and yet I have no idea when the First World War was and who it was with and why whoever the fuck that Baron was who got assassinated. I don't know these things, which are like historical, has affected everybody on the planet shit, and yet I can quote Saturday Night Live back to you. This is my brain. Welcome to dyslexia. It's not necessarily that I'm an idiot. It's the fact that my brain has chosen to retrieve bizarre bits of information that is not necessarily what everybody thinks is important information. You like a juice, huh? The juice is good, huh? I get you the juice. My friends would quote Saturday Night Live before I had seen episodes of it, and so I actually have never seen the Juice episodes. It's a skit that my friends would quote so often that I know all of the quotes to it, but I haven't actually seen the skit. My friends would sing I Could Never Be Your Woman all one summer, and I would sing it too, and I had no idea that the person singing it was a guy. The whole aspect of the song totally lost on me. I'm a special snowflake. These are the benches that were in my hometown. They had these big circular metal top and bottoms. Wow, Jesus looked kind of beefed up in the second panel, third panel. Yeah. Oh, consistency. Fuck it. There's Coffee Talk. Her legs were like butter. Okay, and then what is everybody saying? I can still quote Monty Python and shit. Oh yeah. Once upon a time, when we had allowance, our allowance was like $1 a week. When we were older, it was 50 cents a week at first. It was my baby sister that talked my mom into giving us an allowance. And so we went to see Batman Returns Begins. The one with the Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. And we went to see it 6 times in the theater. And it was like $5 or $6 to go see it. And that was a month and a half, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's a month and a half of income for us. For our allowance. And so it was a month and a half of allowance per going to see a movie. So it was a huge friggin' deal that we went to see it 6 times in the theater and memorized it and would do plays of it. Loved it. Okay, now we've got the text balloons. Background. I'm going to do background. Yeah. I have all of these templates for like if I wanted to do a certain shape or that arc that I do. But I think I'm just gonna do woods. So let me flatten these layers. I don't need them. I don't need them. Come on, flatten this shit. Flatten all of it. Go away. Okay. Background. Let's see. I can still quote mine in Python. Church chat. Oh my god, the church lady. Church lady had, like, when the actor came on to Saturday Night Live as a guest, they had church lady, and the musical guest was Justin Bieber, and it was the first time that I'd ever seen Justin Bieber. So this was like 5 years ago or some shit. And so they had Justin Bieber flirting with church lady. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. You are like my daughter, probably a visual learner, visual and audio. Remember what she reads, but I can do. My mom was amazed because I read slowly, but I retain all of it. Invader Zim was awesome. Doom 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 doom. I'm not gonna sing the whole thing. Now, Church Lady was sorry, Lar, a little bit before my time. I wasn't watching. I don't think I wasn't old enough to stay up to watch Saturday Night Live when Wayne's World was on. But I did go see Wayne's World in the movie theater, and we went to Wayne's World theme park section of Busch Gardens, I think it was. I think I was watching, when I was in high school, I was able to stay up late enough to watch it. And that was, of course, I don't remember names, so I don't want to play the game of, okay, it was the actor who was he was a hockey player, and then he goes and plays golf. And there was another one where he's a kid that has to go, no, he's not a kid, he's gonna be a millionaire, but he has to graduate elementary school first. And yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live and would sing the Hanukkah song. It's awesome. Yes, it would take 6 months to sing the entire Doom song. Oh, Muffin. I miss my Muffin. I loving you, Piggy. I loving you. Okay, we're almost done with the comic. And then we can do this again next month. I only do this monthly. Because, man, it takes me way too long to set up. Maybe if I did it more often, I'd probably get the setup down easier. So we're going to do this next month. Next month is November. I am going to in-laws for Thanksgiving because freaking Florida in November is awesome. I might insist that we go to the beach just because we can. Not bragging or anything. Then we're going to Virginia for Christmas, so hopefully we'll get a little bit of snow. If there's snow, we can make snowmen and then put food coloring packets in them and then shoot them with shotguns because the spray pattern is amazing. Adam Sandler, thank you so much. Oh my god, the knot in my chest just finally left. Adam Sandler. There is a bit of a lag. Alright, so I will finish up, and I will see you guys next month. This is going to post tomorrow, so Sorry, spoiler. I really like putting the clouds. The cloud breaks the panel. I like that it's one cloud in between the two panel borders because, you know, I'm a geek. Okay. And I have to pee again because I had some coffee because I was falling asleep because I forgot I was supposed to do two id pages last night, and so I got up this morning early to get them finished. Okay, I think these are done. Save. His beard gets longer throughout the comic. Alright. It's me. I was the turkey the whole time. Hello, Floor. Make me a sandwich. Okay. I can't get it. Come on. Use the whole. Let's see if we can get it to use the whole. Use all of it. There we go. There we go. Does that work? Nope. Nope. That doesn't work. Come here. God damn son of a... Okay. How about now? No? Alright, so we're done. Thank you guys for coming by. Laura, you were awesome. And everybody else is awesome. And my brain is shutting down because I have to pee. That's totally a thing, isn't it? Your body is like, I am holding your brain hostage. So you have to, until you pee. And at some point, I'm going to get, I know the storage space that I want to go use, but I won't need it until January because my sister's coming to visit me. So I'm going to get the storage space in January and get all of this stuff put in the storage space so we can have a guest room. This is my plan. So yes, let me text that I'm finishing up. Guys are awesome. Good night. See, nope. Continuing. I'm still talking. See you next month. And of course, I'm going to go back through and read some of these and realize that I didn't comment to people. I had to make room for the two. Do the same. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lar. Thank you, Obi. Thank you, everybody. Angel and Corey and Edward, and I'm gonna forget people, and I'm gonna feel bad, and Gromish, and Angel, and Cowgirl Jim, and Aurora. I think Aurora's gone to bed. I hope it gets warmer. Okay. So I'll see you next week, and go check out Patreon. I'm gonna put a high res of this up on Patreon, and the video, and check out Bonus Booty. And check out the Kickstarter because we have a prototype of the awesomeness of the shiny goodness. She's got peppers. Pink panties. Oh my god. Okay. So you're awesome, and I'll see you, and we'll do it again. It's fantastic. Good night.